Hey, what's going on, all you fantastic and amazing people, and welcome back to another Fallout video. In this video, I want to talk about Vault 94 and everything you need to know about it before it releases tomorrow on August 20th, 2019. And also, we are going to go over patch 12 and everything you need to know about that as well. So, I found a great article that pretty much summarizes everything that we need to know about both Vault 94 and patch 12. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this. So the article is by Daily Star, and if you want to read this for yourself, link is down in the description below. It first starts off by saying, Fallout 76 update, Vault 94 release date, start time, patch notes, news for PS4, Xbox, PC. Fallout 76 Patch 12 is set to introduce a new raid dungeon at Vault 94 among many more changes to the game. Here's everything you need to know. It goes on to say, Fallout 76 is getting a sizable new update this week as Bethesda swings open the doors to Vault 94, a new instanced dungeon for the game. The plan is for Bethesda to release this new update known as Patch 12 this week on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This new patch is coming tomorrow, Tuesday, August 20th. However, at the time of writing, there are no precise details on what time Bethesda are planning to launch the game's latest update. Based on past experience, it's usually in the afternoon, so you can likely expect to see the game go down tomorrow afternoon for a good few hours. In addition, while the update is launching across all platforms, Bethesda will only release the game's new dungeon on PC to begin with consoles hopefully following in the coming days. Here's Bethesda's explanation. As this new enhancing technology is coming to the game for the first time in patch 12, we are currently planning to open Vault 94 first on PC on August 20th. If Vault raids on PC run smoothly over the following days, we will open the Vault for console as well. Patch 12 will still be released across all platforms on the same day. However, staggering the release of Vault 94 between platforms will allow us more flexibility to address issues that may not be apparent until a larger player base gains access to Vault 94 than our initial playtest allow. Now, before we go any further into the article, I have to say this is one of the reasons that we need test servers for Fallout 76, so they don't have to stagger the release of everything and they could release it all at one time. This is a great way to get around it since they don't have test servers, and I'm glad it's going to be tested out on PC first before it runs out into console. I think that's a really good thing, but we need test servers for this exact reason. To avoid staggering releases and to avoid problems when, it does come time for the official release of a patch or something major like the Vault raids. Going on with the article, it says Bethesda say that that Vault 94 will offer some of the most challenging experiences we've brought to Fallout 76 to date. As such, they are suggesting you assemble a full team of level 50 plus characters to take on the timed and instanced missions. To begin, all you need to do is tune into the Vault 94 emergency broadcast radio station to make your way inside the vault. As for what you can expect to encounter, well, Bethesda have kept their cards close to their chest, but have given some clues about what new content will be available. It's slightly complicated as there will be 3 missions available, but only 1 will be available to complete each week, rotating with each week that passes. We've added the full details for you just below, including explanation on how difficult can be tweaked. It goes on to say, Vault 94 missions explained. Vault 94 offers 3 separate missions that feature different objectives for you to conquer. One mission will be available at any given time and will last for 1 week. Each mission returns every 3 weeks, so if you don't manage to complete one at a time, don't worry, you can always regroup and try again later. You and your squad can tackle the first mission, Dead in the Water, as soon as the door to Vault 94 opens on each platform. Meltdown and Washout will become available on all platforms during the following weeks on August 27th and September 3rd, respectively. It's also important to note that Vault 94 will be temporarily resealed for around 3 hours each week as one mission comes to an end and the next is prepared to begin. You will also be able to choose one of 3 difficult modes every time you play through a mission: Novice, Standard, or Expert. Novice mode is not timed, while Standard and Expert have more challenging time limits and encounters. If you run out of time or your entire squad is wiped out during a mission, you'll need to start over and give it another shot. I have to say, that sounds very difficult and challenging, especially, if the squad maybe isn't all grouped up together, let's say in a party chat or in something like Discord. It's going to be kind of hard to essentially do really well with random other players that you just meet. I think there should be matchmaking for this, and I'll talk about that more at a later date and time as well. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be kind of hard. I mean, they want you to have a whole group of level 50 plus players to try to take this out, and I know a lot of people out there are solo players like myself, so it's going to be really, really, really interesting to see a solo player complete this. Keep in mind, it probably can be done. They do it in other games like Destiny and stuff like that when there's raids, so I'm pretty sure you can do this on solo, but I don't know just how challenging it's going to be. We'll have to wait and see. Patch 12, additional highlights. While the new raids will be the main addition to the game in Patch 12, there's plenty of extra tweaks to the game across all platforms. Patch notes have not been shared by early previews on Bethesda's blogs, indicate that fans of the game should see some more Nuclear Winter balance changes. We're planning to increase RadAway's effectiveness, reduce the range of the Tesla rifle's area of effect, and buff up the lever action rifle ammo's capacity and reload speed, among others, Bethesda explained. On top of this, there's also plans to overhaul the interior of the Charleston Capitol Courthouse, a cap increase to $30,000 per character, and the long overdue addition of display cases to the game's camp system so you can flaunt the gear you've collected during your travels. Now, keep in mind, some of you may be a little confused on a cap increase to $30,000 per character. Keep in mind that just means they're going to increase the amount of caps that you can have to 30,000, like bottle caps you can have to 30,000. I was a little bit confused the first time I read that, so just wanted to clear that up for everybody. It also goes on to say adding items to a display works much like assigning items to vending machines or a fermenter. Bethesda previously explained, once you've built a display case in your camp, you can assign items to it directly from your stash, and they'll appear for all your visitors to admire. Items you place in your displays will remain in your stash, but a new trophy icon will appear next to their names, so it's easy to identify what you're showing off at a glance. So, yeah, got some exciting changes coming tomorrow. Obviously, there's going to be balance changes to the game and stuff like that. They're going to do some stuff with Nuclear Winter as well. But for the main stuff, you kind of know everything about Vault 94 that you need to know before the doors open tomorrow. It's going to be challenging, 3 different difficulties. It comes out tomorrow for you guys here in the U.S., like myself. I'm assuming it's going to be up by tomorrow night sometime. Yeah, hopefully it is. Hopefully it doesn't go down tomorrow night. I'm on PC, so I will be, I guess have access to the Vault first before you guys on console. But I'm glad to see that Bethesda staggered the release of it so they could figure out, okay, something went wrong here on PC. Let's fix it before we roll it out to Xbox and PS4. Because I picture the reason why it takes them so long to fix things sometimes is because they have to address it on all 3 consoles rather than just one at a time. There has to be some difficulty there, so staggering a release is probably a good idea on their part. But like I said, we need test servers so they don't have to stagger the release, so they don't have to worry about stuff being broken when it comes out. We need those test servers. Yeah, besides that, you guys got all the information you need on patch 12, which is coming out tomorrow, or at least all the important information about patch 12. And you guys got all the important information on Vault 94 as well. So with that said, that's going to be the end of this one. Love you all. Hope to see you back here in the next video. But until then, remember to stay freaky, and bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Have a good one.